6:47 in your Sunrise Smart Start. Breaking news just in. A 50-year-old man killed after being hit by a car while riding his bike on East Ridge Road in Irondequoit last night. That was around 9:30. He died at the scene. The vehicle that hit him, that driver stayed on scene and is cooperating with the investigation. Police say they do not believe alcohol is involved and no charges have been filed at this time. As the police chief says, it appears the driver had the right of way. Also breaking, a man is in the hospital this morning after a shooting in Rochester. Police say the victim, a 26-year-old, was shot near Electric Avenue and Arborwood Crescent, but drove over to Dewey Avenue getting help. That was around 3:45 a.m. He is expected to survive. If you have any leads that can help find the shooter involved, you're asked to please call 911. This summer, law enforcement is warning drivers to be cautious behind the wheel. It comes to an increase in pedestrians walking or running out near the road, also bicyclists during the warmer months. Monroe County Executive Adam Bello announced a new incentive plan to help cover the cost of new sidewalk installations in the area. Police are telling drivers to stay alert. Cancer centers around the U.S. are dealing with a shortage of drugs critical to cancer and patients going through chemo. These drugs, called carboplatin and cisplatin, are used to help treat prostate, lung, and breast cancers, as well as leukemia. A local doctor from the Wilmot Cancer Institute tells us the current strategy is to reserve those drugs for patients who need them the most and shift others to workable alternatives. To the Finger Lakes, a couple from Geneva faces animal cruelty and weapons charges after being accused of trapping and burning a raccoon alive. The Humane Society says a social media post showed a person capturing the animal inside of a trap. The suspect then poured a liquid on the raccoon before lighting it on fire. Authorities identified 35-year-old Willis Bowles Jr. as a suspect. Deputies say they found a loaded assault weapon when they searched his home. He and Hayden Williams are both charged with criminal possession of a weapon for that, and Bowles is the one charged with animal cruelty offenses. A public meeting drew very big crowds in Irondequoit last night. On the agenda, the proposed expansion of the University Preparatory Charter School for Young Men. UPrep proposed the move to a vacant property on East Ridge Road in January. School leaders say the current location on Lake Ave is running out of room to accommodate all the students and staff. More than 1,000 people signed a petition against the move. Opponents argue it would decrease their home values and increase traffic.
The property is too small. We own the road that enters the property. There have been no consultations with us by the town before this occurred. We feel it's going to have a dramatic increase on property values, not just in our community, but the surrounding community.
It's like squeezing a size 10 shoe into or a size 10 foot into a size 6 shoe. It just is too much. It's not the students, it's the day-to-day operations.
The item was supposed to come up earlier in the meeting, but was delayed several hours. Those who oppose the charter school expansion say they were prepared to wait it out. The zoning hearing about the UPrep expansion is scheduled for middle of July on the 10th. Nationally, 13-year-old students are receiving their lowest test scores in decades. According to the Center for Education Statistics, students scored an average of 246 out of 500 in reading and 271 in math. Compare that to 260 and 280 out of 500 3 years ago. Tutors tell us they can see it as well. Many blame the pandemic impacts. They had summer break for parents as a critical time to keep their students studying. State police are looking for new members to join their ranks here all over New York. They want to hire at least 1,000 people within the next year. News 8 went for a recent ride-along for a look at the daily life of a state trooper. If you want to become one, you need to pass the entrance exam as well as a psychological and medical test plus a physical fitness test. The entrance exams will be available for overseas and active military members. Once selected, recruits could be stationed anywhere in New York.
We're looking for people who have integrity, that want to be involved in their community and help community members. We're trying to recruit as many people as possible that will come out. Some people don't even know that this could be the career of choice for them, so I urge them to come and talk to our recruiters, and they can tell them more about the process and how a daily life of a trooper really can be imagined.
You have to be between 20 and 35 years of age to apply unless you're military. In that case, the max age can be extended by 1 year for each year of active duty service, up to 7 years. You can find more information about the process and what life is like in our Ride Along with the Trooper at rochesterfirst.com. 6:52. Today's primary election day. News 8, your local election headquarters. More than 3,000 people already cast their ballots in Monroe County. That was through the early voting period. Polls just opened about 50 minutes ago at 6 o'clock. They'll close at 9 p.m. We have details on candidates to be decided headed into the general election after the primaries and where you can cast your vote posted right now in one story at rochesterfirst.com. For your weather, if you're headed out to the polls or going to work early, let's check in with meteorologist James Gilbert.
Yeah, we are still tracking some rain showers from kind of the remnants of the storm system that brought us that heavy rain and storms yesterday, but not nearly as strong as we get into this afternoon. Buffalo, you've got rain knocking on your door. It's going to swing up into Rochester within the next several hours. So you see the rain chance here throughout the day. It bumps up incrementally until we get to about noon, 1, 2 o'clock. Then jumps right up to near 100%. So I do think a lot of folks see rain this afternoon, but some could get missed. Don't think it's a washout of a day. There will be plenty of dry time in there as well. We'll take a look at the rest of your week with some cooler air at the end of the show. Brennan.
All right, thank you, James. Sunrise traffic at 6:53. Main expressways are looking okay, that being 590, 490, 390. In North Rochester, there's a police investigation at Laser Street and Joseph Avenue. That part of the area of the city is shut down, and we have our News 8 crew headed to that scene. We'll keep you updated with any new information at 7:25. News 8 got another sneak peek inside the new expansion happening at the Strong Museum of Play. The 90,000 square foot development will be the new home of the World Video Game Hall of Fame. It'll also serve as the new entrance for the museum, featuring larger-than-life video game displays and exhibits. The ribbon cutting for the grand opening is Friday. The Coach Iglesias basketball camp is back this week. More than 160 boys and girls from 67 different schools are there. Free camp has been up and running going back to 2005, and some big names have been there modeling their game during the camp. Thomas Bryant, a first-round pick in the NBA in 2017. Isaiah Stewart, who now plays for the Pistons in Detroit, and Jalen Pickett, who was drafted just last week by the Nuggets, the defending champs in Denver. Yeah, on top of working on the court, the kids have workshops. They can learn skills to help them with life after basketball. And having a camp like this one is just so incredibly important for the community, as the founder of the camp, Gerard Iglesias, explains.
Like my wife says over and over, idle mind is a devil's playground. So we need to keep kids busy with events like this. And, you know, there's camps all over the city and stuff. What I do take great pride in is we've done this all free. And the reason we can do this free is because the community has rallied around us, you know, year after year. Officials have donated their time. So it's really important to have camps like this, keep the kids busy, off the streets, out of trouble.
Just amazing to see, and you never know, James. We had some of those recent names making it to the NBA, having a role on good teams. Never know what can happen.
Yeah. So you secure basketball inside. You can always play inside, but every once in a while,
you want to get outside, play at different parks, and might have some lingering puddles hanging out on the courts.
Yeah, that's right. You might have to wait another hour or two, but otherwise, a morning outside of the park looks great. Afternoon showers, those are thunderstorms here popping up, but unlikely for them to be severe. Tomorrow, big drop in numbers, 60s and low 70s, afternoon sunshine, and I am looking forward to overnight lows in the 50s.
Yes.
Much more comfortable there. Thursday, let's circle that. Should be gorgeous.
All right. Thank you, James, and thank you for watching us here at Sunrise CBS Mornings. Coming your way next at 7. We're back here at 7:25.
Follow News 8 wherever you are on RochesterFirst.com, Facebook, Twitter, and on our app for news and weather.